Yo, 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 what's going on? What's going on? Hey, this is the Groomsmen podcast. This is episode one. Thank you guys for joining us. Um, like I said, this is a Groomsmen Barbershop. We're home of 21 barbers, right? We're fully staffed. We're located in Riverview, Florida. We're currently the biggest barbershop in Tampa. And I say that so humbly. I'm so thankful and grateful for it. And this podcast is gonna give us the tools, is gonna give us the information to help our audience grow their barbershop, grow their career, grow in their craft. And that's what we're about. We're all about growth, positivity. Um, I got Sachi Rory next to me. Yo, Sachi, talk to him.
What's up, everybody? This is Sachi Rory, sitting here with Kenny, sitting here with Carlito. We about to get into this first podcast, so we're gonna be doing a lot of great things in the future, and hopefully everybody enjoys the content that we're gonna give.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, Carlitos, man, is glad to have you here with us. We're glad to have you here with us.
Same
Sure.
here.
You're coming from the Virgin Islands, from St. Croix. We know your story. You know what I'm saying? We know how you came about. We know where you come from. We know the struggles that you had to go through to get here. And the people don't know how successful you are right now, right? You're top notch. You're one of the busiest barbers in the industry right now as we speak. You got the awards to show for it, which we got them right here next to you. And that's
And
just a
behind
little bit.
us,
And behind us, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. Yo, he's not playing. Carlitos is next level. And we want to hear your story, bro. You know what I'm saying? We want the audience to know what you went through, what it took to get there, and where you're at right now, bro. I think you have a very interesting story. So let's start there, bro. Tell us about the Virgin Islands. Tell us about St. Croix.
Man, right? First of all, I want to thank God, for the position I am today and what I'm about or what we were about to achieve together. So, first of all, I want, I'm starting with where everything begins. I was 15 years old. My stepdad came to me this one day and he's like, yo, cut my hair. And I was like,
He just asked you that
he just
out
he
the
just
blue.
told me because my mom was our barber. You know,
everybody's
yeah,
mom was their
she
barber.
was the barber of the house. Like yeah. So never in my life,
Whether you like it or not.
exactly. We didn't have the funds. So we had to get the haircut from mommy. Well, yeah. Which man, I love you, mommy. Wherever you are, I hope you're seeing this. Te quiero, te amo, mi amor, toda mi vida. So um, my dad came to me and he told me, "Yo, cut my hair," and I freaked out. I thought at first I thought he was joking with me. Like, yeah, you want me to mash your head up? Mash up your head means like I'm gonna go crazy on you. Like I might mess it up.
Yeah.
And he like, yo, your mom is tired, so I need this. Even if you bald my head, I don't need. I don't want.
He wanted you to
Yeah,
experience it.
he didn't want that hair on his head.
Mhm.
So what you call? I say, okay, if this is what you want, don't be mad at me. Like don't be mad at me when I do what I do. So when I sat him down, we used a sheet, a bed sheet, to cover him.
As a cape?
Yes,
Damn. That's
and
like that's that backyard
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah.
bro. Then the minute I grabbed the machine, I turn on the machine. When I gave 2 strokes, that's all it took. 2 strokes. Immediately, I felt like I was born for this.
Mm,
Like, why didn't I think about this before?
yeah.
I wanted to be so much different things. Architect, pilot, like barber never crossed my mind. Never. I barely been to barbershops before I started cutting hair. Like I told you, my mom was.
Because your mom was kind
Yeah,
of.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
So, man, that 2 stroke changed my life forever.
Pause.
And
Pause.
I love my dad. He passed away a couple years ago. But thanks to him, thanks God first. Then thanks to my father that I hold clippers in my hand
Mm.
and became Carlito VI Barber.
That was the spark. That was the spark
Yeah.
that did it all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what was your first barbershop that you worked at? How'd that go? So you went to school, right? You got licensed. What was the
Bro,
first barbershop? How'd you get into the industry? From there, you went the first 2 strokes. Boom. You
after
fell in
that,
love with the
Oh,
yeah,
barber.
I
Pause.
looked for a friend. After the friend, his brother, then my brothers, and I got my little brother. the youngest one, he took full advantage of me. Like he took full advantage. Like I would cut his hair Saturday night, then Sunday night he got an edge with the razor, And if we
He was
early,
forever
yeah,
fresh. He looked like he had a sunburn with
oh
all the
yeah.
edges he had.
So after that I was, cutting here and there. I had a Conair machine, and
Oh
after
my
a while,
God, the Con Air.
yeah, Conair,
No,
bro.
that's all you had
That
to
nigga,
say.
yeah, he took it. He took it
He had the Con
back,
Air.
back.
Yeah, it had. I didn't even have the lever. It was
No,
just a
no.
Conair machine, and what you call it?
It was that figure it out yourself clipper.
Yeah, I didn't
Good
have
luck.
I didn't have YouTube. I didn't have no barbers
yeah.
around me. We had several barbers that I started visiting. Like I went to the barber shop, looking, and I got my little $10 for my haircut.
Did you start going to barbershops after you like started
That-
after you did that first haircut with your dad? Did that make you want to go to like barbershops and maybe see what a haircut, what a barbershop haircut was, or did you?
Well, before I started cutting hair, I had a little job selling candies and toys with this lady. And I started making my own little change. And I would go to barbershop every now and then. So I knew what a barbershop haircut was. But to be honest, I didn't even know we had a clipper and a trimmer.
Mhm.
I thought it was just one
Right.
machine
Yeah.
for the full cut. So I was doing a haircut with that one machine, and like before I finished, my dad was like, "Oh yeah, well thank you." I said, "No, no, no, thank you. I'm about to hook you up." Like.
Yeah, yeah.
So I finished it. I felt good, and then I started charging maybe like $3 in the project. I live in the projects, so we have kids all over,
Yeah.
here all
Everybody
over the
running
place.
around. Yeah, yeah.
So I started charging $3, and saving that money plus saving the money with the lady, I bought myself a senior, wall senior.
Okay.
The
That's
first,
the first clip.
I feel like everybody starts with
yeah,
that clipper.
yeah.
Yeah.
5-star senior or
No,
just
wall
a regular
senior, the
yeah,
gray one.
Yeah, yeah.
and
No
Before
cord-
the 5-star, that's
Mhm.
how you know. Yeah, you got
no
years into
cordless.
this.
We're
Yeah.
talking
You got
about
years into
cords.
bro, this
The new generation heard of 5-star, nigga.
yeah.
The old generation
So-
was anti 5-star. How about that?
Yeah, we didn't know 5-star yet. So when I got that clipper, I started cutting him for free again because I was so anxious to use it. Like I want to feel this machine, this one that I see at the barbershops all the time. So I got that machine. I cut him for free for maybe like a week. Then I got Andes trimmer. I didn't even know you had to adjust the blade. I just got the Andes trimmer and I
Yeah.
started.
Using it the way it was.
Yeah, and couple months went by, like maybe like 3 months. I went with my mom to help her clean the house, and our cousin, he was telling me, "Yo, I got connects all over the island. I got so much connect, I can get you in a barber shop today."
Mm.
So that my heart started pumping, like
Yeah, you
me
got
in a
nervous.
barber shop, like
And how old were you?
I was close to making 16 years old. I was still 15.
Okay, yeah. So this was relatively soon.
I was a
after-
child.
Yeah, yeah.
So my heart started pounding because now I really wanted to be a barber, but I didn't see myself in a shop. So when he told me that, he told me, "Bro, you gotta be serious." I said, "Bro, you don't know how serious I am.
Yeah.
Like, if you get me in a shop, that would be it." So he's like, "Okay, well, let's talk to my friend." It was this barber shop named Sharp Cuts in St. Croix. Sharp Cuts. Bryce Rogers was the owner. He was alone at the time. He had two barbers, and then I don't know what happened, but he was alone at the time. And he like, "Yo, your cousin told me about you, and I want to see what you got." So I had my book bag. I showed him my senior, my Andes, and he was like, "Yo, I see you got professional tools.
Mm.
Now, do you know how to use them?" He said, "Come tomorrow and give me a haircut. I mean, bring somebody and show me a haircut."
Like a model, like a
Exactly.
model cut.
So I brought my friend, the one that I cut right after my stepdad, Tarachi. Right? So I came with Tarachi to the barber shop and I gave him a haircut. Mind you, I was charging $3 and $5 for a haircut. When he see the haircut, when I finished the haircut, he was like, "This is a $10 cut." So my chest, I felt so good,
Yeah,
and my
yeah,
chest
yeah.
was tight at the same time.
It inspired you. It motivated
Yeah,
you.
so I say actually, a barber thinks my cut is a $10 cut.
Yeah.
So that felt like everything for me. He's like, "Yo, okay, you got the job." He said, "You got the job. You're still in school. So you come every Saturday,
Mhm.
and that's how everything started, bro.
This is before you went to school, before you were licensed.
Yeah, before I was young, I was before license. So now,
That's a challenge, bro.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's a challenge. Not everybody's willing to do that.
Not
Yeah.
everybody's made for it. That's really where it comes from.
mm-hmm.
Some people are just built for it. Some people aren't. And when you're that young and you know, you increase your ability to cut that quickly, that's a sign that you're meant to do that.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, man. So in St. Croix, at that time, it didn't have like if you want to do barber school, you gotta go do it when you're in high school as an elective or vocational.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wait. So you gotta do. It's like you can go to in high school. You
In
can
high school,
do a
you,
barber
you
class.
choose a vocational, so one of your subjects will be barbering.
Oh yeah, that's
It was like an elective.
Yeah, but
that's
Exactly,
what we call it
They don't
over here.
have that
exactly.
shit.
Elective,
An elective.
vocational.
they don't got that shit here.
Well,
You know?
barbering they used to.
Did
They
they?
used to. When I was in high school, I remember Brandon High School. They had an elective. It wasn't an elective like a quarter, like the first 9 weeks type stuff. No, it was throughout the whole year.
Exactly.
But when you finished it that year, you actually got your barber license.
Um,
Or if you were a cosmetologist, you got your cosmetologist license. That was at Brandon High. That's when I was in school. Before that,
They didn't do
they
that
used
when
to
I
do
was in
that
school.
everywhere.
Yeah. So I want to ask you something real quick. The lighter is over there if you need it. So obviously I know you, so I know that you're really good with the designs.
Mhm.
Me personally, I feel like someone when they can do designs the way that you do them has a gift for also like art. Just not just cutting hair is its own art, but design is I feel are a little separate from that. So was you drawing around that time? Like when you were young, you were drawing, doing all different kind of artistic
My
things.
older brother, people, we call him people. Um, from time I was like maybe 3, 4 years old, he would always tell me, "Here's a pencil, let's go and draw." And we would go to draw together, and he was an inspiration to me because he always can draw.
Yeah.
So I wanted to draw like him all the time, and I kept pushing myself until he told me, "Yo, you're doing better drawings than me," and it's something that I like doing. When I was in 6th grade, me and the boys drawing. I don't know if you guys know about Dragon Ball Z,
Of course. Who
Pokemon.
doesn't know about Dragon Ball Z? If you don't know about Dragon Ball Z, you gotta go.
Yeah. So we used to see who can draw the best Goku, Super Saiyan Goku with muscles and whatever.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I will always
I
do.
remember those days.
Yeah.
Have you ever done a
Let me use
Goku on
that.
someone head?
No, I
You
never
haven't
tried
done
it.
that?
I
Bro,
never
you
tried
gotta
it.
do
That would be fire. Let me get that
would
later,
be-
Carlito.
That would be lit.
Oh, give it to.
Like
And-
this, please. It.
So I will always draw. So and St. Croix, it's traditional for barbers to do designs. So practically 90% of St. Croix barbers can do designs, even if it's simple lines or whatever. But customers ask for design all the time in St. Croix, especially kids. So
It's a demand. It's
Yeah.
a high demand over there.
so you have to if you don't have to, but if you want to be a successful barber in St. Croix,
You gotta know what
You have to have
yeah,
that
You
in
gotta,
your arsenal.
yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
have that skill set,
exactly.
which is dope. I think that's super dope. Anybody who's talented enough to do a design in someone's head is a whole different set of skills.
And you can see the difference here. The difference of people who, not many people do
Uh-huh.
design. So
Uh-huh.
it's something that, I feel like I said is something that you just do naturally.
Mm-hmm.
It sets you apart.
Yeah.
It sets
Okay,
you apart.
for
Your
sure.
average barber, bro, 80% of barbers don't even know how to do that.
Right. And then
They just cut hair and they may be great at cutting hair,
Mhm.
but they have never been able to develop the skill set to do a portrait on someone's head or do like something crazy lines. You're saying nice designs on someone's head because they've never been able to loosen up and develop that skill. Like I said, and you've definitely achieved that. You've won awards. Did you ever battle in St. Croix?
Never.
No.
I was like a dream. The same way how I dreamed of being a barber after I started cutting hair. When I was a
strong
barber in
stuff.
St. Croix and Instagram came about and we saw barber competitions, I was a dream to me. Like I always asked the boys, "Yo, let's go to a barber show. Let's go to a barber show." We planned it, but we didn't execute
Nobody
it.
ever. Yeah.
We never did it. So
So okay, so you're at this barber shop in St. Croix. How long did you work there? What's the name of the barber shop?
sharp cuts.
Sharp Cuts.
Yeah, that
How
was the
long did you
first.
work there?
Maybe like 1 year,
1 year.
Yeah.
All right, so you worked there 1 year and then what?
and then After that, I switched over to a barbershop that was pretty close to it, but it was with some boys from the same hood I came from.
Right.
That was because if I'm not mistaken, the Bryce went away with his wife. They went away to live,
Okay.
so the barbershop closed. So now I went over to Platinum Styles.
Platinum
Yeah,
styles.
Platinum Styles, and there I learned a little different stuff. In the first barbershop, Bryce made sure I learned how to treat a customer. You know, he knew I was a beginner barber or whatever, so he like,
You learn customer service.
but yeah, he teach me. He made sure I sweep here after every haircut. He made sure I greet them. He made sure I treat them right before the haircut.
Yeah.
So I learned that a lot.
That's always been key for me.
Yeah, and
I think
I
it's
thank him for that. You know, so
I think it's so important,
mhm.
especially for a beginner barber. If you can't develop communication skills and being professional, greeting, bro, it's so important when a client comes in, bro, and they feel welcome.
Yeah, new
Right?
shit, old clients.
Bro,
If
I want
you're
to go somewhere. If I go to a restaurant, bro, I want to feel welcomed. I don't
Mhm.
want to walk in and have all the waiters or the receptionist walking off talking to other people and not, paying attention to me. I'm there waiting. I want you to be seated.
and you're paying.
So
Yeah.
I feel like it's the same thing, maybe a lot more when it comes to the barber industry. Walk-ins have to feel welcome.
Later, quick.
Yeah, and I
So
agree.
yeah, I'm thankful for that. You know how he teach me how to greet customers. You know, so now when I went to the other barbershop, that's where you see design skills. Them boys in there. I had Rennie. Rennie is my brother. You know, like we became brothers. Pocholo, he was the barber I look up to the most. You know, I don't know if I ever told him that, but you know, I look up to this dude.
He's gonna hear it now.
Yeah. So, but
He's gonna hear it now and groomsmen talk, baby.
yeah. So, yeah, I look up to this guy. He is a monster doing designs. You know,
Okay.
this guy is a monster. I knew I could draw, so I wanted to do what he's doing.
Mhm.
You know, working besides them meant a lot to me. You know, I learned a lot. I felt so good that I started increasing my craft. You know, getting better and better and better. Then after working there for like a year, I started doing tattoos, and I started to like slow down with the barbering, because tattoos became like a new, I wouldn't say, yeah, a new passion, and I was so into it, like I wouldn't really care for the barbering
Mm.
until the same guy Rennie came to me and he told me, "Yo, I got a friend. He's working alone in the barber shop in the west side of the island, and he need a serious barber." I'm like, "Yeah, who's that?" He told me Jody.
Mm.
I'm like, "Oh, okay, Jody,
Jody,
Jody need
Jody.
a."
For the audience that don't know, Jody is he's my guy. He's very special to me, man. He's a very talented barber, a very humble barber. We'll have him on the podcast in the future, man. But well, go ahead, go ahead.
So when I went over to Jody, I had like at least maybe 2 years and a half experience. And Jody was like looking at me as a young barber, and he's like, "Yo, you ready to start?" He didn't even ask me for a haircut. Like he already knew about me. So he said, "When you ready to start?" I said, "I got my tools with me." And he said, "Well, let's do it." I got my stuff out. You know, we started cutting right there, and then I cut with Jody. Um, maybe for like another year and a half. Okay, like 2 years, like 2 years.
You cut with him.
Yeah, in Jody's shop. Then we joined.
It was his barbershop?
Yeah, it was his shop.
What was the name of that shop?
Jody's barbershop.
Jody. Yo, that's him all the way, dog.
Yeah. So so I cut in Jody's barbershop for maybe like 2 years. And then one day Jody, I mean I appreciate Jody a lot.
So we got now 3 years into your career, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe like four when I
4
finished with
years.
Jody.
Okay.
Jody, my car was broken, and Jody used to come to my house and pick me up every day. So I really appreciate that. You know, that's my boy. That's
He was
my
your
brother.
inspiration. He was
Exactly.
pushing you. He was
I used to
pushing
look up.
to pick you up and take you to work
Yeah.
every day.
Mhm.
That-
You
He's
never
trying to
forget
inspire you.
things like that.
He's trying to motivate you.
Jody introduced me to the appointment work.
Mm.
I didn't know anything about doing appointments until I went to Jody's barbershop. Jody introduced me to Beijing.
To
now-
Beijing.
Yeah. So now,
Which is begin.
big,
It's
yeah.
begin. A lot of people say Beijing. I don't know where Beijing came from.
I
bro.
like Beijing better.
I like Beijing too, bro, because it just got that sound. You know what I'm saying? It's got that
You
sound.
want
It
the
sounds
Beijing?
exclusive.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. Jody
You
used
want
to
to
call it,
begin?
huh?
You want to begin?
Yeah.
You know, like,
They're gonna be like, begin
Jody
for
used to call
what?
it chinito.
Begin
yes,
where?
start, please.
Jody would call it chinito.
Chinito.
Yeah, chinito. Maybe because Beijing.
Because
they're
it's so
probably
dark.
China.
It's oriental. It's
Well,
an oriental color.
okay. Yeah, that's
Okay.
what you call it, chinito. Mm. So yeah, after that, he told me, yo, Pocholo and Randy want to do a barbershop. 4 of us. You know what you think? I said, bro, whatever you whatever you do, I'm down. You know, and that's when Caribbean Cuts was born.
Mm.
4 of us, we started it, you know. And I worked in Caribbean Cuts for maybe like 11 years,
11
12.
years. Oh shit.
And
Yeah.
you was part owner in that one?
Um,
Or was that
in the
Jody?
beginning,
Okay.
and then after that, like I left,
Mhm.
went to Puerto Rico. I did a couple of stuff. I started doing tattoos and whatever. That was just it wasn't like a long time or whatever. Just in the beginning, help them out with
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the
yeah.
flooring and whatever. So yeah, after that, when I came back from Puerto Rico, I was in Puerto Rico for like a year. I came back, I was doing tattoos in my house, and Randy came home and told me, "Yo, we need you at the shop. Come on, come with us." I went back to Caribbean Cuts, and I stood with them until the day before I came to Florida. That was like maybe 12 years, 12 years. My daughter is 12 right now, so and she's about to make 13 this year, so maybe like 11 years and a half.
And
With
how,
our
how many barbers were in that barbershop?
nine,
9.
nine,
Nine barbers. It
Mhm.
was fully
It
staffed.
started with 4,
Mhm.
and it started growing, growing, growing.
Okay.
I think today they have 12.
Oh shit.
You know,
That's dope.
so they're doing better. That's the barbershop
Yeah.
in St. Croix right now.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
You know, like if you're
That's
a
dope.
barber, you want to cut
Yeah.
in Caribbean.
That's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome. What? So okay. So how long did you work there before coming over here? What was like your
yeah, Caribbean cuts before I come in groomsmen
before coming over here to Florida?
yeah, I worked there like 11 years and a half.
11 years. Okay, so 11 years you just decided to come to the United States, or what was the motivation behind that? What made you want to leave where you was at? Because it was going great for you.
I didn't really
I
wanna
imagine
go.
you was booked all the
Yeah,
time.
every
You're in the
day.
most popular shop,
Every
the
day.
most famous shop.
Mhm.
Everybody who goes there is getting laced up. They
Mhm.
know that they're gonna be getting treated well.
Yeah.
So why'd you want to leave that?
Okay. I didn't want to leave. I didn't. I didn't want to leave that barbershop. I didn't want to leave St. Croix. I wanted to stay there. That was my hometown. I love my island.
Yeah.
And I really love my island. What happened was in 2017, me and my wife decided we want to come and visit my brother, the younger one. He was living in Florida for a couple of years already, and so we just decided. I never been to Florida. My wife never been to Florida, so let's go and visit. We came to visit, and my wife fell in love instantly.
Oh yeah.
Instantly, she like, oh, we should come Florida to live. I like, I got a lot to lose. I have too much clientele,
Mhm.
Yeah.
you know, and
You were
That's the same
established.
shit I would have said. I would have said the
Mhm.
same shit.
That's a hard decision.
Mhm.
Hell yeah.
That's a hard decision, man. You're established.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
Women
have
are
your
so
clientele.
optimistic too. They got the best optimism.
Yeah.
You know.
Mhm. So she was there. My little brother started. He was on top of me too. Yo, you would do good. I said, bro, I don't have customers. Oh, with your skills, you would grow clientele quick. I was like, yeah, but I don't know. It would be like a full start over. Then Jody was up here too. He was like, yo, you should do it. You know, like, and I was like, nah, man.
Jody was already here?
Yeah,
Oh, so he came before you?
yeah.
Okay.
So there was on top of me was Jody, my wife, my brother, on top of me. So I was like, nah, nah, nah. Like I was firm with it, firm. That was 2017. 2018, we came again. It was our next full set of pressure. Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. I was like, nah, man, I'm good. I just got, my son was born. So I didn't really, I didn't really care to come.
Yeah.
I didn't.
It's got to be easy living, like
Mhm.
relaxed. You know, you got, like you said, it's your hometown, so you gotta have everybody that
It's
you know.
different. It's different. Like St. Croix's life is life.
Yeah,
I feel
right,
like
right, right.
like being in St. Croix in a small island like that, I feel like it's more family oriented.
yes, that
right?
and
You may not be related blood wise, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
I
you're
have no blood
close.
family in St. Croix.
Everybody knows each other.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I know you, I know your sister, I know your sister's son.
yeah, yeah.
You know everything about each other. So it
Yeah.
feels like you feel You're
Real
wrapped
close,
into that
yeah.
island.
Definitely attached. Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure.
Yeah, we will make a beach party with with no plans. No plans. Like
It
maybe,
just happened.
yeah.
Spur of the moment shit.
What we doing today? I don't know. I'm bored. Let's go to the
Let's
beach.
go to the beach.
Yeah, we go to the beach. Rennie call. Yo, what you doing here in the beach? Stop for real? Yeah, you got a grill? Yeah. What you want me to bring? Bring some hot dogs, bread. Then Pocholo call. What you guys up to? Beach. All right, head in there. And I said Junior and a bunch of people. Then we have beach party,
Hmm.
and we didn't plan a thing.
All right.
So
So
And
I got
that's
a
not
question for
happening.
you. I got a question. So, all right. What were you making over there? What were they charging for a haircut? What
um,
was your standard haircut price?
20. Okay, before I came here, $25 for adult haircut.
$25 for a basic cut.
Yeah.
What about if someone wanted beard and eyebrows?
30.
30.
Yeah.
Just $5
And that
more.
was
It's just $5 extra.
So 30 combo.
2015, 2016. That was pretty standard.
That's better than Puerto Rico, bro. Puerto
2000,
Rico, they're
yeah.
charging goddamn
Oh yeah,
$8.
Yeah.
way better.
$8 out. Do everything. They got color your hair, nigga. We doing Beijing. We doing everything
Yeah.
for $8. But okay, so you guys were charging decent. What was booth rent over there? Or were you on percentage? How'd that
No,
work?
and boot rent.
Booth rent. What were they
We
charging?
had the best boot rent I think in the world. Until before I came here, it was 125.
125.
I think they're still charging that.
Damn.
Really?
Yeah, because what happened is, right, the owners are so attached to the barbers. You know, they feel like sometimes I advise them. You know, like yo, I mean, to the end of the day, haircut price went up years ago.
Yeah.
When we started, it was 15. Now it went all the way up to like 30 with beard.
Yeah.
So now I tell them, I mean, is you owe it to you to yourself.
You feel like it's only fair for them to charge more for
Exactly.
booth rent.
Exactly.
Me being as an owner, bro, I can relate to that. You know, I think it's only fair. Every time you raise, that's how I do it, at least in my barbershop. If I raise prices on haircuts, booth rent has to go up because it has to be mutual, right? You guys are gonna make more money, I get more money. You guys get a raise, I get a raise, and that's how we're, as a team, we're able to grow, right? In the financial aspect of owning a barbershop,
Mhm.
I think it's only fair.
You
Um,
wouldn't know until you own a shop.
that's
right,
true.
right, right.
That's
You know,
true.
a lot of people might complain. I used to complain, but now seeing it in the aspect, like I know those barbers are making money.
Yeah.
Like I mean, it shouldn't hurt you to take a little more money and pay booth rent. Like
If they want a nice shop, they would want to pay more.
That's
exactly.
really the
But
nice.
it
It's the
also
right thing to
depends
do.
on the owner too, bro. Owner could be charging freaking $300 a week, and he may not put a dime into the shop.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why that feeling has to be mutual. Like the growth, that inspiration, bro, to want to be the best has to be mutual with a barber paying booth rent and a owner charging. It's a mutual thing to grow together.
Yeah. If
Um,
you're making money, then there's no problems.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely, 100%. So let's get down to this, man. So you were very successful barber in St. Croix, booked up all the time. You're coming to Florida.
Yeah.
What was you landed in Florida? What happened?
Second visit.
Okay.
What was going through your mind? Because I know that's a huge,
I
huge
liked it.
change.
I liked it.
The second
I like
time?
Florida. The first time, all the time. I liked
Okay,
it
okay.
because I was thinking way more resources,
Right,
especially
right,
for the
right,
kids in
right.
school. We had parks and a lot of stuff to do with the kids. Now pandemic hit, everything
You're
changed.
talking about COVID.
Yeah, everything changed. No, we came over on the pandemic, and Florida was way more open up than any place in the world practically.
I agree. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
was
was.
Florida, Texas.
We were still
All
in
the
this bitch.
Republican states. We're not getting into politics.
We were still up in this bitch, boy.
But absolutely, Florida was a lot more open, bro.
Yeah.
But we still struggled too, bro.
Oh, yeah.
It was crazy.
Rory
No, of
was
course.
here during that time.
The struggle was
We
all
had,
over.
bro, we had to close for a month and a half,
Yeah, we did close too. Our barbershop closed.
completely closed.
Completely. Like it
Nobody
was
cut in the shop.
mandatory. You could get a fine.
Did you guys sneak into the shop and cut?
No, I did. I did
You was cutting at home.
home. Yeah, I would go to like different. I bought a canopy. I mean, I needed to pay bills.
Absolutely, bro. I agree 100%.
So
You want to know what's crazy, bro? When we was going through COVID-19, they closed us down for a month and a half. My landlord was still charging me.
yeah,
I still had to pay those bills. I had no barbers in the shop. Right?
And they
I guess
were
on paper
chilling.
they still worked there, but they weren't here.
Mhm.
You know what I did, bro? I had to put paper on the whole front storefront.
Yep.
I had to tape it, lock the doors. Everybody was coming in through the back. I had to make money. I had no choice, bro. I got a family.
Edit
Bro,
this part out.
I did a barbershop home, and I will do one person per hour to make sure I don't have no cross clients. No client crossing with each other. So by the time you reach or you get to my house, the client I did, he's already gone. So
Yeah,
every
yeah,
hour
yeah,
I made sure I finish with you before the next client comes.
Yeah.
So when I came to Florida to visit my brother again, we were here chilling on the vacation. 3 days before we go back home, one of my boys, um, you probably know him, Mr. Freestyle, Barber
Freestyle.
Lowe's,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
with the
From
long,
Philly. He's
y-
from Philly, right?
yeah,
Philly boy.
he was in St. Croix at the moment too. So I saw him, I saw him, um, on Snap in Florida. So I said, "Yo, you're in Florida? What are you doing up here?" He like barber show. I said, "What?" He said barber show. I said, "Here in Florida?" He said, "I said where?" He said Orlando. I checked it. It's an hour and a half. I said, "When?" He said tomorrow. I said, "I'll be there."
Yeah.
I told my wife, "Listen, a barber show." I couldn't. I was like a child, like
Yeah, like a
barber
kid in the
show.
candy
I
store.
I dream
Excited.
with this. I dream
Never
with
even
this.
heard of it.
Yeah. So now I told him, "Yo, I'm coming." So what time? He said 1 o'clock. I went over. It was I think the movie team. I mean the movie barbershop that did it. I forgot the name for the show.
It was called Barbershop. Oh, you talking
Uh,
about a show, like a
yeah,
barber battle
barber
show?
show. Yeah, battle. Yeah.
Mm.
So I was like, damn. So when I went, they said, oh, the entrance is $20, and if you're competing, you can get your family to come in for free. I said, how much is the competition fee? $120 to compete. So I did it. I mean, I had maybe two a clipper and a trimmer that I always walk with to stay fresh since we were staying 2 weeks. When I went to this show, bro, I was like a child in Toys R Us. Like barbers all over the place, people competing, and I said, okay, I'm gonna do it. I did a freestyle. I was so nervous, bro. Like my hands were shaking. I couldn't control it. I was looking at my hands like, wow, But like it was a hell of an experience. Like
That's awesome.
when that day was over, I mean, I came like maybe the top six out of like 23 barbers. I felt so good with myself, real proud of myself.
You feel like you broke the ice.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when we came back home, I told my wife, yo, are you sure you want to go to Florida? Like, everybody had a reason to go. Now I have a reason to go too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So like, I want to make sure she still want to do it. And she was like, nah, you play with me. I'm like, yeah, I want to do it. I found something that I can do for us to move forward, you know? And that was it. I told her, yeah, let's do it. She did not play.
Nah.
She sold everything in 2 weeks after
Wow.
that conversation.
Damn.
Yeah. And she came here, she came over, she looked for the apartment and everything. I talked to Kano from MVP
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
MVP
yeah.
Barbershop.
Yep, yep.
I before I decided, I told her, let me see if I still got the job available. I called Kano. I said, then we should see if we get assigned. I called Kano. Kano, the job offer is still on? He said, bro, if I have to give you my chair, I want you in my shop. So I told her, okay, that's it. I mean, he's in Tampa. It's pretty close to my brother's house. Let's do it.
Did you work there?
Yes,
You did. For how long?
a month.
A month.
Yeah.
Did it work out for you there?
It was nice, but it was far. I was driving 40 to like 45 minutes a day.
Yeah.
I'm not used to this. St. Croix, 45 minutes is corner to corner.
Was that Kano's original shop or was it his new shop?
His new shop,
His new shop.
the
okay.
second one, yeah,
All right.
MVB2. And I mean, we had hopes, to help him build.
Yeah, to grow it.
Yeah, but
You felt like you was in a position where you weren't able to take that time to do it, right?
no,
Is
because
that what it was?
I wasn't known.
Mm.
I wasn't known in Florida yet. I was fresh
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in here.
You wanted to arrancar, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
we came with a certain amount of money, maybe for like 6 months of rent. After
Uh-huh.
that, I needed to be going already.
Is that when you called me?
That's when I came in. Jody introduced me to one of the barbers that used to work in here,
Mm.
and I asked him, and that's when I came him. I came here, and I like,
I
yo,
remember when you came here. I actually did an interview that day Rory did.
Yeah, Rory.
So how'd that come about, Rory?
Well, that was the time when what was that? That was almost a year, almost 2 years ago,
No, a year and 3 months. It was January
January of last year.
2021. 20, 20 something.
So I know we was talking in the back, and that's what he had told me. He told me, he's like, man, I gotta drive a good amount of distance, but I also want to make money too. I said, I told him the truth.
Yeah.
When if what he was showing me,
Yeah.
started showing me some of his pictures. I said, if you can do this here, you're gonna be good in a
It
couple
won't
of
be no
months.
problem.
In
Yeah.
a couple, I said a couple of months,
Mhm.
and I didn't
How
like
do you
him.
look? How do you look at you
He
when you
did.
told him that?
It's hard to believe sometimes, but a lot of barbers don't realize, like, But
He didn't know where he was coming. That's
but
what
I
it
could.
was.
As soon as he showed me his Instagram, the photos that he did, the designs, I said, "Oh, okay, this
Yeah,
guy's
he
special.
was it.
He's
He was
not.
it.
He's not. He's
Absolutely.
not a regular barber, just willy nilly in it.
Yeah, yeah. He
you
wasn't
know.
a beginner barber. He
No.
was a professional, upscale,
Seasoned.
top-notch barber.
Professional. When I'm interviewing somebody, that's key. That's
Yeah.
almost number one for me. If you can cut hair on a decent level, and I'm okay with that. If you got exceptional, customer service, I look at that more than anything because then I can work with you on the haircuts. But he came just like how you're supposed
Already
to. Yeah,
knowing.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
Knowing
remember.
both sides.
I remember.
Yeah,
Carlitos.
Rory told me, if this is you, you will do really good in here.
Mhm.
And I was, to be honest with you, a lot of barbers might feel intimidated when they see a bunch of
A
barbers in
bunch
one
of
shop.
barbers, right?
But
Because
my
you never been
thoughts,
in a barber shop
I
with
did
20
tell him
barbers.
that too. I did,
21 barbers.
I
He
did
must
tell
have
him.
felt like, God damn,
yeah.
what am I about to do?
And I
Oh,
What
told
am I
him,
about to walk into?
At the moment, I think you had 16 barbers, right? Like
yeah,
when I
yeah,
first came
yes,
here.
yes,
Okay.
yeah,
But what I thought, what in my mind was like,
Damn, that's crazy.
yeah,
if
yeah.
this
That was
place,
just a year and 3 months
Yeah,
ago.
yeah.
We're at
exactly,
16 barbers.
16
Now we're at
barbers.
21 barbers.
Hell
Yes,
yes.
sir.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
Groomsmen, man, rep it strong, baby.
Busy.
We're not playing with y'all.
I told him the same thing though. I said, "Well, hey, we got 16 barbers in here, and you would think that there's gonna be some drama, but
Yeah.
we don't."
Mhm.
I told him, I said, Kenny's not like that. I said, Kenny's the most easygoing guy. If you're gonna find that out.
Mhm.
And
Thank you.
same thing, same.
I
I'm not
remember-
gonna lie to somebody just to get them in the shop. I want them to experience it themselves. If their ability is able to get them money, they're gonna be able to make a lot of it here.
And that's what it's all about at the end of the day,
Yeah,
man.
bro.
It's about growth, bro. You want to everybody wants to come and make money, right? You come in, you put in the work, you dedicate yourself, boom.
Yeah.
You're gonna make money. I can't speak for other barbershops, bro, because I would assume every barber has that intention, but it doesn't always work that way. In my barbershop, I run things differently.
Yeah.
Um,
I honestly, I was impressed because, like I told you in the beginning, I said 16 barbers and they're still working here. That means they're making it.
mm,
So if they can do it, I can do it.
right.
I believe in myself.
Right.
So when I saw the way you run the place, when I saw the list of barbers, like a barber list, that freaked me out. I said, bro, the system is
Yeah.
good because I'm fresh, and I won't
fair.
have barbers jumping over me
Right.
saying, "Yo, I got you."
Yeah, yeah. As soon as the walk in, hey, what's up, man?
Yeah.
How you doing?
No, the system was
Nah.
different. So I respect that.
We
You know,
want you to feed your family.
exactly. So I respect. I said, wait, if it's like this, I can make my customers.
And everybody you cut, they don't go
Mhm.
nowhere. They take
Mhm.
that card because that customer service, the haircut,
Yeah, bro.
just hand in hand.
Yeah.
So I know that when you started here, bro, you came with zero. You came with nothing. You had a lot to offer. You had everything to offer, bro, and you did. You put it all on the table, but you still came with nothing, bro. You came empty-handed.
Mhm.
And I saw that, bro, firsthand. Like I knew what you were about, bro. As soon as I seen you work that first week, I was like, damn, Carlitos is that one. He's that one barber that I know is gonna grow, crazy.
And you
know
helped
what
the
I'm saying?
barbershop out too. You came with a lot of skill yourself that you've taught other people.
He brought motivation.
Right.
He brought motivation into the shop.
Right.
Absolutely, 100%. I don't deny it. But I want explain to our audience, bro. How did you grow from zero to where you're at now? Because you're booked now every day.
Yeah.
Every day you come in, you're booked from the moment you walk into the door, you eat breakfast, boom, you already got a client waiting on you. Till the moment that you leave. You know what I'm saying? So how did you do that in a year and 3 months.
It feels like 2 years. I feel like it's been longer than that because
Yeah.
he's
It's
already.
already on a level to where, hey, you gotta respect it, man.
Yeah.
You
Hey,
gotta
to be
respect
honest with you, man, I'm really thankful. I'm really thankful because when I decided to come here, my wife was so scared. She was like, "Are you sure you're gonna make it over here?" I said, "Listen, I see something in there that the minute I walked in, I felt good. I felt like this is the spot. I didn't know it was gonna be the spot,
Yeah.
but I felt good. So I mean, I came and I did what I have to do. Be available.
Yeah.
That's key.
Right.
You can be the best barber. If you're
Mm.
not there, customer cannot rely on you.
Absolutely.
So, being available was one of the main things that I use has been one of the main things that I use to grow in the industry. And then behind of that, I have some talents that God blessed me with. So I gotta make sure I take advantage of these talents. Also, I like to teach. I don't like to hold anything to myself.
Yeah. You
If
want to
I can
share?
give you, yeah. And then the love from everybody in here.
That's
Start,
humility.
like starting from you, Kenny. Like the way you approach me, and Rory. In the beginning, it was a little hard to swallow.
Yeah, yeah.
But then I know that this is Rory. And I learned to understand it, and now
Yeah.
we understand each other way more. Like
Everybody that knows Rory, Rory got that strong character, man. He's
Direct.
very direct, very
but it's
firm
good to have a manager like that.
because he loves his craft so
Yes,
much.
it's very good. When I started to accept why he's like this, like I was like, if I'm in that position, I want to protect the shop.
Yeah.
So
He's very jealous
At
over
all
the shop.
costs.
to
Yes.
protect the shop, you gotta be a little hard.
100%.
So not everybody gonna like it, but if you're responsible and you understand his point,
You learn to appreciate it.
exactly. So now, like I've been talking with different barbers, like, yo, Rory takes his position serious, and
This is my family.
mhm,
This is not somebody that if he gets in a position where he's suffering, I'm feeling it too in the
exactly.
same way. So it's not gonna if it's happening to him, it's happening to me. So when I'm dealing with this, it's something that I do take seriously.
As a
'cause
team, we're supposed to look out for Kenny too.
yeah,
Not just he. We expecting him to look out for us.
right, right,
We have to look out for him.
right.
As a
And
team,
everybody, like I try to look out for everybody in the way where I'm not saying something for you to feel like I'm targeting you. I want you to be the best barber you can be so you can make the most money possible because when you make the most money possible,
you feel better.
it takes you to places where you can't get.
Mhm.
Mm.
That's facts, bro. That's facts. Here in Groomsmen Barbershop, I have elevated in a way that I never would have thought. I've been to different competition, and then I love the way when I came and you guys came with me to like a barber battle. When we did a Tampa battle, bro, I felt so good.
Oh, the presence there was
Yeah.
Yeah,
crazy.
it
It
was.
was
We
crazy.
was lit.
Yeah.
People were
we put a
scared.
print. We put a print on the ground.
Yeah.
They felt our presence, and it was a humbling experience as
Mhm.
well. Because we usually don't go to barber battles, bro. We kind of like to stay away from it because of the atmosphere. We're not trying to shit on nobody, and we don't like nobody trying to shit on us, right? It's a respect thing. Um, but we did go, and we showed it in the most positive way that we could, and we succeeded. We brought trophies home that day. Um, and overall, I think it was a great experience for our whole team to come together, united as a family, and represent groomsmen.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah.
So Carlitos, man, I appreciate you coming to episode 1, man. It was a
I-
pleasure, bro.
Yeah.
It's a
Thank you,
humbling
man.
experience,
Yeah.
bro, to be able to interview someone with your talent. Thank you so much, Rory. Thank you
Yeah,
as
thank
well,
you. Yes,
Rory
sir.
being the co-host. You guys join us for episode 2. We got so much more coming, and it's like I said, we're giving it to you raw. We're gonna giving it to you uncut. 100% facts.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Oh
stay
yeah.
tuned.